Is that a climber in my truck? Get that out of my truck. Just kidding. Got a buddy who's gonna hunt tomorrow. He hasn't got a saddle yet, and his climber's in Missouri, so that's for him to borrow. Finally gets to see some use after all these years of hanging in the barn. I'll be hunting out of my tethered Phantom as usual. We're getting ready to head to deer camp. As you can see, I'm loading the truck down with all kinds of junk. Anyways, I'm almost done loading stuff up. I'm gonna run through my checklist, make sure I got everything. We got some buddies we're meeting up in camp. We'll set up camp and we'll go do a little bit of evening scouting, see if we can lay eyes on something. All right, me and Bobby and Chris are gonna ride down to this bean field, see if we can get any evening bean intel. I don't even know if they're still green. Some of the beans on the way down here are turning yellow already, but we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can lay eyes on a deer. Well, we can't hunt there. There's always deer in that field. See, they ate the beans down so bad. Yep. Alright, let's go watch the public beans. Hopefully they're green like these. That's 2 piles of deer droppings I've seen. They're definitely up in here, just not at the moment. No deer. We didn't see any deer. The first field we walked, I thought we'd for sure see some, but then we made so much noise coming around to the next 2 fields that if there was anything out, they heard us coming from a distance. There's gonna be people in here tomorrow. It's opening weekend. You have the climber?
What?
You have the climber, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought about that. Sorry. My buddy Ryan has got my climber. We're hunting the same block of woods, but different sides of it. We're both going to be on the edge of a thicket, or very close to the edge of a thicket where the deer like to bed. And we got cut corn behind us. We're going straight into these open hardwoods. All right, y'all, this tree is the tree for me. Alright, we're gonna climb down, meet up with Ryan. He said he saw a doe a little while ago.
Or not the next one, but the one after that, I think.
Alright, me, Ryan, and Bobby are gonna hunt some CRP, going out to some green fields. Chris had to leave this morning. His dog had to go to the vet for an emergency, so Chris is gone. I don't know where we're gonna set up. We're gonna ease out there, check the wind, and pick 3 different spots to climb up based on the wind. You saw a deer that got up off bed in that CRP. I lost sight of it. The weeds are so tall, I can't see it right now. There it goes. Oh, it's a little buck. He's going away. way. Well, nothing else tonight. Only saw that one buck way out there. Climb down, meet up with the boys, see how they did, and head on back to camp. Well, Bobby packed up camp this morning and headed home. Ryan headed home last night after we got out of the woods. It's just me and some other guys in camp that I just met out here. I'm really just looking for a spot for tomorrow morning. I already know where I'm going this evening. Me and Ryan walked around the edge of this thicket, backs up to a bean field that's very green. Found all the fresh deer sign and everything. The beans were mowed down. That's where I'm going tonight. Wind is good for it. Here's the first signs of life. Strawberry bush. I remember 2 years ago I found this grove of oaks. It was starting to drop and there was deer droppings everywhere, and I never saw a deer, but when I came in and hunted it, they were running a tractor right over there making a food plot. So that may have messed them up or something, I don't know. See, I just busted this one open and it's got good meat. This is a place I really should put a trail camera, but I don't have one with me. I don't know if y'all can see it, but over there, I think it's right there. I can see it here. That's my truck. It's like 50 yards away. That's where you park and walk in. But look. That's fresh. I don't know, maybe I'll try this out in the morning. I got a couple different ideas. I got another spot I want to try too. That's coming off of beans in the morning. That's a tough call, tough decision. They'll probably be coming off beans in the morning, but I don't know for sure and haven't picked a tree yet. Some milkweed. Watch this. I just threw some a second ago. It went straight up. There it goes. There goes some of it. It's so hot out. There's thermals everywhere. It just goes up. We're in the sun. There it goes. We're going to go down to this thicket. There's a thicket on public that backs up to a private bean field. Beans are very green. In this one spot, the beans are completely mowed down. Me and Ryan walked it yesterday morning. They're coming out of that thicket. Hopefully they're bedded in there now, and we're going to slip in there super quiet. And I already picked a couple trees that are good to climb. I think I know what tree I'm going to climb. I want to get up there real quiet and stealthy. Finally some shade. Oh, it's a hornet nest. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. It's the first one I found. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. We're not going to come out that way in the dark. Those are European hornets. Wind is kind of blowing the wrong way at the moment, but we're in a good spot. It's not getting into bedding, but I can't go further until it goes back to normal. got green soybeans that way. And this is the trail that they disked, and then this is all the bedding covered. This wind is pretty jacked up. It's blowing a different way now, not where it's supposed to. Only good thing is it hasn't blown directly into the core of the bedding area, but it's blown every other which way that it's not supposed to blow. I'm probably not going to climb a tree at this point. There's just a lot of motion and noise getting towards prime time, but I think I'm going to move and sit at the base of a different tree though. I just heard a deer run behind me, back towards the beans. See, we're trying to set up on this. Oh, it just blew. I was sitting down there and I came up through here because I was going to sit there and didn't see anything I liked. So I'm coming out to sit under this privet bush. Buck slipped up out of nowhere. He came out of the thick part of the privet where I couldn't see him coming. I was able to draw back, but by that time he took off, kind of scurried away. He was on pins and needles, probably caught a whiff of me at some point this afternoon. The way the wind has been, he never saw me. I'm sitting here in a gray t-shirt with like no cover, just a big old privet bush I'm sitting under, and he never saw me. About 30 yards, I was drawn back on him. We are gonna slip in this spot I actually scouted last year. There, it backs up to bean field, which I drove by yesterday to confirm it was beans. They're still green. Deer blowing at me down there. They're not in the field. They're already down in the woods. I'm starting to see corn husks. I'm wondering if I didn't look at the wrong field from the road, or they planted the field in two different things. But there is definitely corn husk in here. shot her head on, which is small room for error, but it felt like a good shot. Hang tight for just a minute and then go down and check the point of impact. I'll get back to y'all when I find something. I poked around a little bit. There's no blood. I think she carried the arrow. Looked like it would have been a lethal shot, but we're gonna go back to the truck and break camp and go look at the video on a big screen, because I can't really tell on this little camera screen. Looks like a good shot, but we don't have any blood to go off of, and we'll come back in after her. Alright, y'all, we've given this deer several hours. Finally was able to get the video put on my phone and got a better look at it, and I definitely gut shot her. I pulled right and hit behind the shoulder. Shouldn't have shot. It was dumb. I should not have shot her like that. No, we're gonna give her another go. Just grid search. Not expecting to find blood or anything. But I know which way she ran, and there's this nice little bottom down here. Maybe with a little luck she's laying down there. We're gonna give it a shot and comb the area, and I'll take my bow with me and set the camera down and get to work. I'll let y'all know how I do. I'm getting close to where I shot her. I've been looking around here, covering some new ground, but I'm getting close to where I shot her and just jumped 2 deer off bed. I think it was her 2 fawns, I'm not sure. That's just behavior that tells me that if the fawns hang around the same place and don't really go anywhere, that behavior tells me she's dead somewhere close. There they go. Oh yeah, they're light skin or light fur. That has to be her fawn. She's got to be in here somewhere. All right, I've walked about 1.7 miles. I was going to make a couple more passes and call it, but I think we don't need to go any farther. Oh, dang, I hit her right in the shoulder. Bad angle. Oh, she's bloated. We need to take care of her quick. Yeah, she's been dead for a minute. We need to take care of her real quick. Alright, we got her as cleaned up as possible. All the guts out, trimmed off the flank meat. Anything with guts on it, trimmed off. I drained all the blood, everything. She might not be good, but we're gonna try. We'll give it what we got. Alright, so the final lesson of this video is don't shoot them facing at you. Now, some of y'all are probably mad at me, like, you should never shoot them like that. I've done it before and it works, if you hit them right. But it's a very small margin for error. For those of you who are getting into hunting, just don't do it. I've been hunting a while. Shouldn't have shot her like that. We found her. I don't know if the meat's good yet. I'm doing what I can to save it. If not, it'll at least make some good catfish bait or something. We'll do something with it. But hopefully that's a lesson to those of y'all who are just getting into this and are thinking about shooting that doe that's standing there kind of quarter to you, almost facing you straight on. You can kill them that way, but it's not the best shot to take. And I knew better. But thanks y'all for watching. We'll be back in the woods here in just a few days.